Kalawati Kumari cradles her baby boy, hoping her body has enough milk to satisfy him. She says she was simply too young to have a baby. It wasn't her choice. Her parents arranged her marriage when she was just 11 years old. I am very sad that my parents made me marry at such a young age, she says. Girls older than me are still studying. I was trapped into marriage. I wanted to study more too. Instead, after puberty, she was forced to move in with her husband and in-laws, and then came the pressure to have children. I tried to explain to my husband and in-laws. My husband understood it was too early and started using contraceptives. But my in-laws started taunting me about having a child, so my husband said we had to stop using contraceptives.
In Bihar's villages, statistics show that by 18, 70% of girls have already been married, and by 19, 60% of them have had their first child.
The North Indian state of Bihar is one of India's poorest, and its population is growing rapidly. On average, women here have 4 children, twice as many as the Indian government recommends.
When you look at the rapid growth in population and combine it with the levels of poverty, you're going to see environmental degradation. You're going to see increasing poverty because the economic opportunity is not growing as rapidly as the population is. And you're going to see an increase in women's mortality.
Dr. Rima Nanda works with a global organization called Pathfinder. Its mission is to educate both men and women about reproductive health here in India and in more than 24 other countries. After coming to Pathfinder's health classes, Rekha Kumari decided against early marriage.
What did your parents say when you said, I don't want to get married at this age?
I tried to convince my parents that at a tender age, if you marry, your body won't be mature enough to have a healthy child. I'll be weak and fall sick. Still, my parents criticized me and wanted me to marry, but I was determined not to marry and to continue my studies. It wasn't easy to defy centuries of tradition. Rekha's mother was married at 10 and had 7 children. Her sisters married early too. Marriage is important to offload your burden to someone who will take care of your daughter, Rekha's mother says. Girls are seen as a burden because a dowry must be paid to a husband's family. Rekha's desperate determination, though, has delayed all that for now. She must be getting enlightened by God to make her life progressive, she says. Pathfinder initially faced skepticism here. Now, its work with children like Rekha is so successful that the government wants to expand the program. But India still faces a human tsunami. Its population is expected to surpass China's by 2025, becoming the world's most populated nation. And even though its economy is growing, about 410 million people live on less than $1.25 a day. India is facing the question, how will it feed its rapidly expanding population? Sarah Seidner, CNN, Bihar, India.